Hey guys, WP Scorpion Win with one more for the night. Because I guess in hindsight, you guys probably didn't see this video even on post anyway, so. Not like one of those big modders, so you guys don't get to see my videos right off the bat, at least usually you don't. I did already have one view on the mod I posted about 2 hours ago, so. I don't know, maybe I'll get there one of these days. Hopefully sooner than later. Anyway, not the point. This will be the weapons episode. It comes with 4 mods I'll be showing you. Quick notes, I did figure out the UCO Pip-Boy problem I was having where the UCO wasn't letting the Enclave Black show over. This is because I forgot to put the Enclave and everything below the UCO because I recently upgraded the UCO, updated. So like you want to put the UCO and stuff above any mods you want to have effects that the UCO also affects. So let's say, in this case, the UCO affects the Carbon Pip-Boy, because it also does Pip-Boy. So I put the Carbon Pip-Boy below the UCO, and that takes the effect because the bottom has first load over mods above the top. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. It is going to be the 3 weapons I'm using: the lightsaber, the assault rifle, and the pistol, or as I call them, the Sentinel set. And do this because the Sentinel is just a great rod I can use to find everything for me, so I have them all together. It makes it a lot easier to find what I'm looking for and everything when I'm equipping certain stuff. So, I just showed you the 3 weapons I'm going to be using. I'll go ahead and show you the lightsaber since you can't really see that one there. The lightsaber does not have to be white. There is a lot of selection and customization for the saber, and I'll show you that one after the assault rifle, then the pistol. So, I'm not going to show you the locations on where to find all these. I'll tell you for the secondary, this pistol. The assault rifle, which I'll show you here, is located in like 9 different areas. Dogmeat you probably want to have with you when finding them because they're laying around. Sometimes they're hidden. Dogmeat is like by far the best companion to have when it comes to not having like a normal companion versus like robots or something. He doesn't have great attack, but he's really useful and really fun and so adorable. So if you scroll down towards the bottom, which I'll do right this, you'll see there's this list of areas to find. Dogmeat, if you have him looking for items, he'll pick them up for you. You can do that through his like whole talk to him selection menu, have him like hit fetch and then item and so forth. So if you plan on going to look for this, I'd recommend having him with you. Anyway, once you found one of them, you're gonna bring them in up to here for customization. It's got a lot of selection on them, anywhere from automatic to semi-automatic. Not everything's in this order from best to worst, or whatever you call it. The order is like actually worst to best, for whatever reason. So you have to kind of search to see what's the best, depending on what we're wanting. I go with a semi-automatic sniper rifle with a 200 plus damage minus 80% recoil. It's really good for sniping long distances. I get like triple the range it actually shows, but that's partly because I'm really focused on my sniping stuff in here. That's hence the reason my guy is a Shadow Ops sniper. But anyway, so you're gonna go through here, customize everything from the barrel to the muzzle to the clips to the thing because it gets you short, I forget the name. Scope and everything, you can customize it, everything from like the look to the actual effects. Like here's like where you actually choose whether you want fast or not. Choose what its base concept is. I use a sniper option, which is the bottom one. And you can do your how zoomed in your scope is. I've got the 20x because I use it for long range. You can also choose it if it's got the flashlight on it, which would overdo your headlamp. Minus recoil, less damage, which this thing doesn't have a super damage. It's not like super OP, so if you want something, you have to find a different one. I just like this one because it, in my opinion, looks really good and it's really customizable. And then it also has legendary effect options. None of the weapons you will collect for this actually has those options on any of the locations, so I just put it on one, call it good. So yeah, it's up to you. So yeah, great weapon. Let's go ahead and look at the pistol that I am carrying. It is the P80 Glock, or Glock P80 as it's marked on here. It's not like, again, an OP weapon. I choose not to be like that absolute destruction. I lose interest in games when I do that, so I kind of like to have a little bit of a challenge. And it's the reason why I'm going like super strong characters and this weapon. Kind of bounces everything out the way I want it. It's like, not God mode, Nightmare, or whatever it's called. The harder option of playing. But anyway, so other than that, this one does have a decent damage. It is definitely one where you're going to want to make sure to have a trigger finger for the most part. Because recoil on its automatic option is a lot versus when you're not using it that way and you're using it like semi-automatic. If you got a rapid trigger finger, this works wonders. So it is found in a certain mission that you go into Good Neighbor for. It's, if you go through like the alley just behind the stores, you can go there and do the mission. It's in the last room, laying back to the skeleton group. Somewhere in that room you'll find it. Or you can find it on your enemies laying around somewhere. This one, you got anywhere from this or that. I use the highest receiver. I use the thread barrel so I can attach suppressors. And it's got a little bit better range. We've got the quick eject mag, or up to standard mag. Excuse me. I've got a sight. It's basically like a rail that you can look down. It makes a little bit better accuracy. You can hook up a suppressor, which I do through another option, which I'll show you later in this video. Not far off, actually. You can choose the ammunition. I use the 45s because I like 45s, and it's so easy to collect ammo for it. You can choose what's automatic or not. You can do laser sights if you want. The basic red laser sight. You can also do legendary effects on here. I've got Never Ending just because it's really good for rapid fire trigger finger stuff. Again, it's legendary effects. That's part of a model show coming up within like the next 2 to 3 videos, I think. So yeah. So let's go ahead and go look at the lightsabers. This one is a very customizable mod, and by far outdoes the laser saber, or whatever it's called. It's another mod that's out there that's lightsaber based. I'm sorry to that mod author, but this one trumps yours. I'm not trying to diss you, I'm just saying this guy put a lot more options and customization. So I'm going with this one, and I kind of recommend you guys do the same because it's good. I'm not saying the other one's on, I'm just saying this one's got a lot to it, and it got my attention. So, it's the Star Wars, the lightsaber. That one's like the laser saber or something. This one, it's decent file size, as well as the other weapons. All weapon mods tend to be that way because of variety and modifications. This one, you basically have to go build the lightsaber from ground up, and you completely customize it. So, first thing you're gonna do is you can come over to the camp station, and build the hilt, or find one in the lab of the guy from the Superman guy that you meet. That's the scientist from whatever, I can't remember his name. And then you're gonna see, so you're gonna build the hilt and the crystal, and then you're gonna use the crystal to build a lightsaber. It's gonna be standard blue lightsaber. You do that. Once you've done that, you go over to the weapon workbench over here. And you're going to go down to lightsaber, and you're going to completely go from swing styles, which is like a sledgehammer or a sword, or I think in this case, a bat, actually. Although I guess it could be a sword since it does have a stabbing option. Huh, I don't know. Can't figure it out. Ignite style, I've got Kylo Ren's light style for ignition, like when you turn it on. Then you can choose after your ignition style. Actually, quick thing though. The movie for Rogue One, the next thing's coming out for Star Wars, so I definitely recommend seeing it. I'm going to on the 17th. For this, you can customize the hilt look as well. There is the mod option that says double, but it doesn't actually work yet. He's trying to figure out a way to do it, and it's just not really feasible right now. So maybe within time, he might. He did recently upgrade the creation kit, so who knows? It may be sooner than later. I don't know. Magazine, which doesn't really do much, or anything. So I don't know what that is for yet. You've got your shut-off style. I'm using Luke's, aka Luke Skywalker. And then you've also got your hum style, and this is going to be the sound that you get from it when it ignites. Oops, sorry about the red. I don't know, I thought I removed that. That's basically just the sound of it when you ignite it. I mean, when it's humming, when it's on. And then you've got your saber colors. It's got everything from a basic blade, a super long blade, a like super tiny blade, which I don't know what it's there for, but I don't know. And then you've got the idea of Shoto, which is like a shorter blade. Anyone who's seen the Clone Wars, Ahsoka Tano, her yellow one, carries that. So if you want to take a look at that, you can. It's basically a blade. It's got a little bit shorter range. It'd be like for dual wielding, basically. So like you take your long one and your primary hand is short one in your secondary hand, and it's good for fighting. Anakin Skywalker in the comic actually uses them when fighting a lady with a lightsaber whip. I don't know her name, so I can't tell you exactly, but it shouldn't be too hard to find. But there's also just colors beyond and off. It's like basically any color you can come up with minus black, which is supposed to be coming out soon. He's working on a way to do it, because I guess the black guy have kind of funky idea to it. It's based off, I guess, the lightsaber sword. It's like an ancient lightsaber in the Clone Wars movie that the leader of Death Watch has. It's cool, if I do say so myself. I'll probably be using it when it comes out. You've also got your crystal customization if you want some extra damage, as well as your special effects, aka legendary effect. And I'm using powerful just for extra damage. So anyway, I've got one more mod to show you. It is the TAS, or Tactical Accessory System, or Attachment System, or something like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. It basically allows you to do what should have been an option from day one, which is basically change out your gun's attachments, everything. So like, since your gun's basically buildable, you should be able to change the parts. But you can't in this, so basically what it lets you do is that, so you've got a suppressor on your gun, but you want a muzzle flash suppressor. This gives you the option to put it on in the middle of the field as long as you're not in battle. To this, you'll need to make a TAS box toolkit, which is in the utilities under your camp station. So to do this, you would be like out battle or whatever. Find it, just click on it, and scroll down to your weapon. It does not let you actually build the attachments. You have to have them on you at all times, which is kind of weird, but it works. So I'm not complaining. So to do this, if it's not a actual basic default attachment you can find in the game, you have to do a certain way to add it to your list of attachments and stuff to actually function with the attachment system. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your Summit Build menu, go to Containers, I think it's Containers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Containers. So go into Containers, which is under like furniture or whatever, and find your little red toolbox. We actually marked as accessory or components. The core components are basically anything from like your receiver to your barrel to stuff like that. The accessories basically lets you put on stuff like suppressant stuff. You put them in the box and it automatically works. Then you can take it out of the box and tear it apart and you're good to go. And it will allow you to put on anything from like whatever is not basic mods. So let's say you want the flashlight option, like with this weapon, it lets you use it. So yeah, you can just basically switch out whatever attachment, whether it's a suppressor or muzzle flash or flashlight or your shoulder rest or whatever it's called. Barrel. Heck, you could completely change your gun 100% from this to that if you want to. It's up to you. But anywho, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna make it some more here soon, so keep on watching, have a good night, and keep on gaming.